Going 4 stars here because, like I said, I think this is a guy that they were, high on. They coveted him early in the draft process, and we know Dallas really wants to secure a juice rusher long term. I know y'all keep hearing me say that. It's probably something you don't hear other people say because it's silly, but that's just the best way I could put it. Juice. We need more juice opposite of D-Law. The Cowboys have been trying to find that juice for years. Dan Quinn, Greg Hardy, Dan Quinn, Robert Quinn, Greg Hardy, Randy Gregory, all these guys, they haven't found a guy to consistently be that juice edge rusher oppo D-Law. And how do I know that they want to secure a long-term juice rusher? Well, they just signed Randy Gregory, or they tried to sign Randy Gregory to a 5-year deal, $70 million deal. And actually, I think he will play that Randy Gregory role at some point where they have him moving around, standing up, hands down in the dirt, things like that. So I actually look at him as a guy that has some long-term stay because he has the ability, he has the want to, and the team has the want to keep him around. Now, obviously, this all depends on him being good. If he's not good, it won't, he won't be around. But another reason why I think he has the potential to be a long-term guy here is because I don't think he'll be used like he was used in Ole Miss. They basically had that dude taking on center guards and the inside shoulder of tackles way too much in that 3-3-5 defense. Cool nugget, when he was lined up as an edge rusher, PFF graded him as a 90.7 in regards to a pass rush grade. Now, you can take PFF with a grain of salt, but they did view him as a guy who was better when he was outside the tackle. Now, I want y'all to listen to what he had to say about playing in that 4-eye technique, banging with those guards and those centers constantly. This is a clip from Blogging the Boys. Connor Livesay had a great interview with them. But just take a listen to what he was talking about when being utilized, the way he was utilized there, and how happy he is to not be doing that anymore.
Oh, man, but watching you at Ole Miss, I was very impressed with your game. You had a top 50 grade for me, so I thought the value where you landed at 56 was great for the team, great for you, great fit. One thing that when I'm watching, you played a lot of that like 4 technique, 4-eye. You played inside the tackles, inside shoulder at times. Are you excited to maybe get with Dan Quinn to where you can bounce outside, play that 5 or 7 technique, get outside the tackle a little bit and really let your speed, that 4.46 speed, that explosiveness, get off the ball and go? Because at times I was like, this dude's a freak, man. And then I was like, why do they just have him fighting tackles all game and not just winning the edge immediately with his first step quickness, burst, and speed?
Like, you have no idea how happy I am. 4-eye is not for the weak. And I'm talking about, like, during the season, before the season, I started at, like, 265. During, like, going down, I lost a few pounds so I can, like, move better and stuff. So I was, like, 255. So just imagine me going against a guard and a tackle at 255.
I know.
It wasn't the best, but it's what the team needed. So, hey, you got to suck it up sometimes. But I'm so happy.
Yeah, trust me, man. That was the conversation I had with a lot of people where they're like, give me, what's the rundown on Sam? I'm watching him and he's good, but I'm like, trust me, bounce him 2 more feet outside the tackle and the production, the pressures, they're going to ride. Even though you had 12.5 sacks, you had a ton of pressures. I just said you put him in a role where it's going to let his traits expand and show up more. I said, dude, this guy's going to be a stud.
Man, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, you can hear it in his voice how excited he is to not have to bang against guards, right? Not have to bang against the inside shoulders of tackles all game. Hell, sometimes center. This dude was basically playing 3 technique a lot. So, I'm in agreement there. I think once they move him outside, I think you can see his production in the NFL be great, be good. I don't use the term great loosely, but be really good until we see it. I can't use the term great. But think about this for a second. Like I said earlier, my man was second in the SEC in everything just about. Pressures, pass rush, win rate, he was top 5, sacks, and I believe tackles for loss. Playing that position, playing a 3-tech, playing the 4-eye, right? And I think that's so impressive from a guy like Sam Williams, who is not built in that way. But like I said earlier, the fact that he was inside, I think, is why you see him have that strong punch, and he's very strong with his arms, because you ain't got no choice to be, right? When you're dealing with those dudes, you can't be soft going inside. He said it. He said playing 4-eye is not for the weak. It's not at all. So I think he has some long-term stick to him, because I think he has the ability, and I think Dallas is looking for a guy to keep around as a juice rusher long-term. By the way, year one, I think they should move Sam Williams around. Maybe he won't be Randy Gregory, now. I think Randy was obviously a better player coming in, but just that role, they had Randy everywhere. They had him standing up. They had his hand in the ground. I mean, dude has experience going inside, so he could technically move inside, take advantage of some guards from time to time. But I would just move this man around. Chess piece him. You know how I wanted to use Nick Benito? Damn it, use him in the same way. Just use him in the same way. Designated pass rusher. Don't need him to start. Don't need him to play 45 snaps a game. Year one, allow him to get in part of that rotation. 3rd and longs, 2nd and longs, and get Micah, have him, have D-Law, Osa. Hell, throw Fowler in there if you want. All getting after the passer on long distance downs. And I think you could see him be productive because he's the least of your worries, right? He's the least of your worries. You got to deal with D-Law. You got to deal with Michael Parsons. And you got to deal with Dan Quinn dialing it up. Those are real.